A long time ago, there lived a rich merchant. He was always dressed nicely, and he carried many fine jewels with him. He traveled from one city to another. A band of camels and servants often traveled behind him in a long line. His business was buying and selling goods. He was very good and kind to poor people. Once the merchant was traveling with a lot of money. As he was on his way back home, his money bag fell to the ground, but he didn't notice it. He only discovered the loss of his money when he reached home. The merchant didn't worry about the lost bag. He still had enough money for himself and for helping others. Then there came a time when business was not so good. He became an old man with a very little money. The poor merchant sold everything he had, and soon he didn't have any money at all. Very often he and his wife had nothing to eat, and then on one cold night, "Wife, we have no more food. Let us walk to the next village, where no one knows, as someone will help poor people like us." And so they walked in the cold night air. They wandered for a long time until they reached the first house in the next village. The wife was so tired to walk anymore. She fell down on the steps and began to cry. The sheikh who lived in the house heard her and opened the door. "Sheikh, who are you? What are you doing here at this time of night?" The merchant and his wife told their sad story. The sheikh asked them to come in. "Sheikh, what color was your bag?" Merchant: "It was a round black bag with a string around it. Inside were some jewels and 1,000 dinars." "Sheikh, it is late and you must be tired. Eat some hot food and rest with us for the night. Tomorrow you will feel better." The next morning they all sat around the table for breakfast. The sheikh pulled an old black bag from a box. "Sheikh, now I have a story to tell you. A long time ago I found this bag on the road near my house. I hid it away safely. I knew that someday I could return it to its real owner. Now I am sure you are the person. Is this the bag you lost?" Merchant: "Yes, it is. It is the bag that I lost. I cannot tell you how thankful I am. I will always remember how kind you were to me." So this text talks about the lost bag. The title of the text is The Lost Bag, بمعنى الحقيبة الضائعة. فبحكينا a long time ago there lived a rich merchant. يعني كان في عنا تاجر غني. He always dressed nicely and he carried many jewels with him. يعني هو دائما بلبس لبس حلو ودائما بيكون معاه مجوهرات. He traveled from one city to another. هو دائما بيسافر من مدينة لمدينة. A band of camels and servants often traveled behind him in a long line. يعني دائما بيكون معاه مجموعة من الجمال ومجموعة من الخدم اللي دائما بيسافروا معه. His business was buying and selling goods. يعني كان شغله أو عمله إنه يشتري ويبيع بضائع. goods هم بمعنى بضائع. He was very good and kind to poor people. يعني هو كان منيح مع الناس الفقراء. Once the merchant was traveling with a lot of money. يعني مرة سافر هذا التاجر وكان معاه كتير من المصاري. And he was on his way back home. كان راجع لبيته. His money bag fell to the ground. يعني شنطته اللي كانت فيها المصاري سقطت على الأرض. But he didn't notice it. بس هو ما لاحظ إنه شنطته اللي كانت فيها المصاري سقطت منه. He only discovered the loss of his money when he reached home. يعني لما وصل البيت اكتشف إنها الحقيبة اللي فيها المصاري ضايعة. The merchant didn't worry about the lost bag. يعني التاجر ما كتير قلق بموضوع الحقيبة الضائعة. يعني ما رجع دور عليها أو سأل عنها. He still had enough money for himself and for helping others، لأنه كان لسه معاه، لأنه زي ما حكينا هو غني، فكان معاه مصاري لإله ولمساعدة الآخرين. Then there came a time when business was not so good. وأجا وقت كان شغله ما كان منيح، يعني ما كان يبيع منيح، ما كان البضائع تكون عنده منيحة. He became an old man with a very little money. مع الوقت صار كبير بالعمر وما كان معاه مصاري بكفي. The poor merchant sold everything he had. بعدين باع كل إشي معاه. And soon he didn't have any money. وبعدين بطل معه مصاري بالمرة.